Hey everyone, welcome back to In the Alley. My name is Cody. Glad you guys are back for another video. I wish this would have gotten out sooner, not gonna lie to you, but the second half of the Week 18 Saturday recaps are upon us. Feel free to check it out. If you don't, yeah, cool, whatever. You're already watching this video, so go ahead and do it. But with that, we'll just venture right on in there, talk about it, and obviously Week 19 is already here, so let's go. Let's get the second half of the recaps underway. Jacksonville and Tulsa fighting for playoff supremacy here. It's going to be an RPO keeper. Up the middle goes Tyler Huff. He's going to take it 19 yards and in to start the scoring for the Sharks. Tulsa will respond though. It is second and goal from the 5-yard line. Castronova back to the end zone. Isaiah Scott's going to tie things up here at 7. Oilers get the ball back in the second quarter here, 10 minutes to go. Looking to the right side, Castronova throws it. Isaiah Scott has his second touchdown of the evening. Sharks will answer back though. Tyler Huff is going to say, you have 2 touchdowns, I have 2 touchdowns. We are tied at 14. We are tied, but not for long. Dylan Barnes doing what he does best. It's a deuce, 16-14 Sharks. Tulsa will take that ensuing possession though. It's going to be Castronova looking over to the left side. Jerminic Smith hauls it in from 14 yards out. Under the 1-minute warning to go here, it is going to be Larry McCammon on a pitch out from 10 yards, and Sharks take a 22-21 lead. In the final points of the first half, Sam Castronova is going to look to the end zone. Sheldon Augustine over to the defender to take the lead. After recovering a surprise onside kick from Jacksonville, it's going to be Jerminic Smith in the back of the end zone hauling in his second touchdown. And then after a turnover on downs, it's a handoff to the left side. Sheldon Augustine takes it in and they extend their lead. Trying to get back into this one, 4th and 5, start of the fourth quarter. Karan Ashley gets past his defender and across that goal line, 40-28. And then it's going to be just a little bit closer as Dylan Barnes hits his second deuce of the evening, 40-30, 10-point deficit. 10.5 to play here, 10-point game. Juwan Johnson's going to break out of the backfield wide open with the catch, 47-30. And trying to get back into this one, we're going to see a slow motion replay here. Tyler Huff is going to take the snap, look to the end zone. Marcus Rogers brings it in. It's going to be a touchdown, not much after that, 47-38 Tulsa. Heading out to the Desert Bay area and Tucson, and what's better to get us started than Josh Tomas corralling the kickoff and going coast to coast. He's going to find that seam, go up the middle, cut to the right side. He has some blockers, and he has his way into the end zone. But Tucson will come right back here. It's going to be a handoff to Jameis Williams. Crossing that goal line, we are tied at 7. Sending his men in motion. Josh Jones is going to feel the heat off the side, but wide open is Tosin Oyekanmi for the 30-yard touchdown. Tucson says, you have 30-yard touchdowns, we have 33-yard touchdowns. Reyna airs it out. Drew Dixon hauls it in and down the sideline over the defender and in. Drive stalls out for the Panthers on their next possession, but Axel Perez is up for 36 yards. Kick is up through the uprights and good. Ensuing possession for the Sugar Skulls here. Man in motion is going to be a screen play out to the right side. Braden Oakley is going to fumble the ball, recovered by the Panthers up against the sideline as they take over. Panthers can't really do anything with that fumble, but Axel Perez, second verse, same as the first. 33-yard field goal. It doinks itself in, 20-14. Tucson has their opportunity to put points up at the half, but Trey Meadows has other plans. He intercepts it, 20-14. Bay Area leads it. Starting our second half highlights, Kevin Macias says, hey, I want to kick field goals too. He drills this one from 30 yards out, 20-17. Bay Area will get down to the 2-yard line. It's going to be an RPO keeper. Josh Jones takes it in. Under 7 to play in the third quarter, 10-point lead for Bay Area, but it was going to be less than that as Jameis Williams rips off a 13-yard touchdown rush. But we might get back to it. Josh Jones is going to look over the middle, can't find anyone. He's going to take off, do the work himself, cross the plane of that goal line and score. We start the fourth quarter. Axel Perez is going to line this one up. He's going for the deuce. He will not get it, but it doinks off the crossbar, bounces around. Jameis Williams has to get his footing in the end zone. He is tackled for a rouge. Bay Area will get the ball back later on. It is a motion. Nope, it's an RPO keeper. And down the left sideline, 22 yards to the house goes Josh Jones for another rushing touchdown. Panthers will get the ball back, game in hand for Bay Area. Josh Jones airs this out. Trayvon Alexander with the catch coming back to it, making a man miss and outrunning the other defender, 49-24. And finally, it's going to be Jorge Reyna airing this one out. Trey Meadows says this one's mine again. His second interception of the evening, 49-24. Bay Area takes it and it clinched the number 1 seed. Final recap takes us to Sin City, Northern Arizona, and Vegas. Wranglers going up first. Nolan Susel takes it in from 5 yards out to begin our game. Vegas will respond, however. Jaden Delore is going to look, fire to the back of the end zone. Easy pitch and catch to tie things up at 7. Start of the second quarter already. 3rd and goal from the 3. RPO handoff up the middle. Antonio Wimbush and Vegas take the lead. Northern Arizona looks to respond here. Feet on the goal line. Off his back foot. Ramon Atkins end zone to end zone. Elijah Blades is there for the interceptions. Vegas takes over. Crazy couple of plays here. 14-7 is still our score. Jaden Delore is going to air this one out wide open. CJ Wyndham, but he does not corral it. It is fumbled. It is ruled a fumble after a challenge. Northern Arizona takes over. But backed up behind their 5-yard line, it's going to be Ramon Atkins getting sacked in the end zone. They say his forward progress was stopped as he tries to get rid of it. It's a safety. Less than 9 to go in the first half. 16-7 is still our score. Fake pitch out. Delore airs this one out and go. Randolph across the goal line. We go to the 1-minute warning. Pitch out left side, trying to get back into this game, but Nolan Susel is going to put the ball on the turf. Vegas is going to recover it. They're going to deem it a fumble recovery after a challenge and everything like that, so no points for the Wranglers. Going into the second half here, 3rd down and 6. Jaden Delore is going to look. He can't find anyone open, trying to find anyone, but he says, I'm screwed, I'm going to take it myself. Leapfrogs over and gets in for the touchdown. And then again, leaping over the goal line, Antonio Wimbush, he extends the lead. It is just a blowout in Vegas. Start of the fourth quarter here, 4th down. Wranglers trying to show any signs of life. Ramon Atkins flushed out of the pocket, throws across his body. Bryce Hampton picks him off. Yeah, the guy who has a lot of awards from last season. It's a pick 6 Vegas. And then Northern Arizona will finally get some points up on the board as a handoff. Arlen Bruce in for the touchdown. Trying to be cheeky, they're going to try an onside kick. Vegas says no way. It's going to be James Caesar taking it in for the onside kick return touchdown. But Northern Arizona will put up points here. 51-15 is our score. Wide open, Arlen Bruce, his 2nd touchdown of the night. 1st and goal from the 5, 4.5 to play here. It is just a simple motion handoff to the left side. Cutting up and across the goal line goes Quentin Randolph to just extend that lead. And then who doesn't love a good old-fashioned garbage time touchdown? Deshaun Stoudemire will take it in. 29-58, Vegas. All right, so we have seen the touchdowns, tackles, turnovers, sacks, anything and everything included. So with that, let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's talk some stats, form some narratives, things along those lines. We got 3 games to talk about. We'll talk with the earliest one that we have here, moving to the later slate. So stats on the face, let's dive in. We have a 47-38 victory for the Tulsa Oilers. They clinch a playoff spot. They control their kind of destiny when it comes to the 3rd seed, and Jacksonville, not the best day. They were able to kind of mount a little bit of a comeback in that 4th quarter, but Tulsa just kind of ran away with it for a little bit, especially in that second half, until Jacksonville was able to come back. Taking a look at the game leaders on the left side, Tyler Huff, 5 of 15 for 43 yards and 2 touchdowns. So when he did complete passes, 40% of the time they were touchdowns, but overall not the best day throwing. He did run the ball really well, though. 14 carries, 138 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, so 4 total on the day for him. And Marcus Rogers, 3 of those 5 completions, 25 yards, 1 receiving touchdown. Sam Castronova, 20 of 28 for 181 yards, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jawan Johnson, your leading rusher, 8 carries for 39 yards. And Sheldon Augustine, 6 catches, 63 yards, and 1 touchdown. Nice day offensively, it seems. Taking a look at the team stats, 3rd down efficiency, both 50% or above, so not the best day, but pretty good. Tulsa converting both of their 4th downs, 50% for Jacksonville. Taking a look at the total yards, favors Tulsa. They threw the ball pretty well. They held Jacksonville under 50 yards passing, which is just kind of incredible, but they couldn't stop Tyler Huff from running. They couldn't stop the running game in general, in a sense. 170 yards rushing for the Sharks to only 75 for Tulsa. So Tulsa was able to get out and run the ball a little bit, but for the most part, Jacksonville had that edge. 0 for 1 on field goals for the Sharks, but Barnes did hit a deuce. Penalties favor, only by 5 yards, but the amount of penalties still favors Tulsa as well. And surprisingly, no turnovers in this game. No picks, no fumbles, no nothing. So with some of the stats and everything I have written down, and actually, Barnes hit 2 deuces. I thought he hit 1. I knew he hit 1, but I couldn't remember he had a second one, but he did. Notes that I have written down: Tyler Huff takes it out on third down to move the chains. A few plays later, he's in the end zone from 19 yards out. Oilers face a 4th and 1 early on. Motion handoff to Jerminic Smith with a face mask. It moves to 1st and goal. Over the middle goes Isaiah Scott for the touchdown catch. We are tied. Huff using his legs, multiple runs. He puts Jacksonville inside the 5, unsportsmanlike backing them up though. 4th down for Jacksonville. Huff's pass slips out of his hands. He fumbles it. Tulsa has great field position on the turnover on downs. Oilers face another 4th and 1. Castronova runs for the first. Right side end zone, Isaiah Scott has his second touchdown for the Oilers tonight. Great kick return for Tuggle as the Sharks have a 1st and goal. 2 Tyler Huff rushes. He's in the end zone again. We are tied once more. Barnes hits a deuce to break the tie and take the lead. Oilers answer right back. Novak with a nice catch, followed by Jerminic Smith catching in the end zone with the go-ahead touchdown. Sharks face a 3rd and 8. Karan Ashley wide open, gets across the marker for a 1st down to keep their drive alive. 3 straight Larry McCammon rushes. He goes in. Sharks go back up. Oilers get backed up to their 2-yard line. Penalties move them forward, and a catch by Jerminic Smith to the 13 of Jacksonville. Augustine hauls in a great touchdown pass over the defenders before halftime. Tulsa retakes the lead. Got a nice game going on. Barnes out for a field goal before the half. He can't connect. We hit halftime. Onside to start the second half. It's a bold strategy, but Tulsa recovers the onside kick with a chance to increase their lead. Couple of 3rd down conversions. Tulsa sets up at the 1-yard line. Smith has a touchdown pass from Castronova, and that was just one of those things where it's like they kept trying at the 1-yard line for like 3 or 4 plays, just multiple plays, until eventually the Oilers were able to put it in. Sharks go 4 and out. Oilers take over on downs. Tulsa can open it up. Augustine rushes in for the score. Tulsa does in fact open it up. Huff fumbles on 3rd down, but the Sharks recover with the 1st down. Sharks work inside the 10-yard line to start the 4th quarter. 4th and 5 for the Sharks. Huff fires over the middle. Karan Ashley comes down with it. Touchdown at Jacksonville. Barnes misses the extra point, but he hits the deuce to go 2 points instead of 1 after that missed extra point. Sideline catch for Augustine inside the 5. Oilers looking to close this out. Wide open pop pass for Jawan Johnson at 6 points. Roderick Jarrett almost picks off Huff, but he can't hang on. And then there goes Huff again using his legs. Huge run for 33 yards. 3rd down for the Sharks. Huff takes off. He slips. It's 4th down. Huff will find Marcus Rogers in the back of the end zone. He leaps and brings it in. 9-point game here. Tulsa goes 4 and out. Jacksonville has 2 penalties to continue the drive. A 1st down, more clock ticking off. Castronova rushes for 17 yards on 3rd down. It's not enough for a first, though, but Max Novak will ice the game. He has that 1st down catch. Oilers win. They clinch a playoff berth. So there you have it. It's 47-38. Tulsa takes it. A little back and forth. Tulsa, that onside kick to start the second half, a very, very bold strategy, but that might have been the turning point where Tulsa just turned that into 21 straight or 19 straight points, whatever it could be. They were the only team to score in the 3rd quarter, so they were able to just kind of take advantage. Now, that's where we have it. The East is settled. We just have to figure out seeding. So let's go take a look at our other 2 recaps. We'll move on to our bets. Let's get out of here. All right, we have seen the touchdowns, tackles, turnovers, sacks, anything, everything included. Highlights, lowlights, you name it, you got it. We are on to our second recap here, and this one was just kind of it's not a meh game, but once it started going one way, you just kind of figured how it was going to go. So won't stall any further. Stats on the face. Let's dive in. We have a 49-24 victory in favor of the Bay Area Panthers. And like I just mentioned, this was one of those games where it looked pretty good. After the 1st quarter, we were tied. Bay Area leads by 6 at the half. You see the score at the top of the screen. And then Bay Area just kind of took over. That's kind of where we have it here. 4 turnovers for Tucson. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's take a look at the game leaders on the left side. Josh Jones, 11 of 20 for 195 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He's your leading rusher as well, 13 carries, 39 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Tosin Oyakonmi with one hell of a game, 6 catches, 91 yards, and 1 touchdown. Jorge Reyna, 9 for 21, not the best day passing, 120 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He is your leading rusher as well. He did have a couple good carries, 7 carries, 63 yards, no touchdowns. And Jerome Buckner, 2 catches, 40 yards, no touchdowns. Taking a look at the 3rd and 4th downs and the 1st downs, neither team doing really anything on the 3rd and 4th down. 2 for 5 for Bay Area, 1 for 6 for Tucson. Only 1 for 2 on 4th down, 0 for 1 for Bay Area. Yards favor the Panthers, but like I said, this is just one of those games where the score doesn't really tell the whole story. Like, this was a kind of defensive game, but Bay Area kind of took advantage when they needed to. Bay Area favored in passing here. They did pass just 2 more completions more. I mean, it's not the best day for Josh Jones. It's not the worst day. It's just meh. Kind of the same thing for Jorge Reyna. Rushing favors Tucson, surprisingly, but that's, Reyna breaking off a couple of runs. Devontae Sapp-Lynch, Jameis Williams, they were running the ball decently. 5.6 yards per carry. Maybe they could have stuck to that. I don't know. Field goals, both teams perfect on field goals. Not a lot of penalties or yardage in this one, so not bad. Not a clean game, but pretty good. And then turnovers, like I said, 4 turnovers, 2 fumbles lost, 2 interceptions thrown for the Sugar Skulls. That helped Bay Area kind of get out to the lead and never look back. So let's take a look at the notes that I have written down. We start off with an opening kickoff, goes coast to coast. Josh Tomas and the Panthers, they score first. Oakley has a nice catch to extend the Tucson drive. Can they tie things up? Yes, they can. Jameis Williams motion handoff up the middle for the tying touchdown. 1 play, 1 touchdown. Josh Jones with pressure has an open Tosin Oyekanmi who races into the end zone. Jerome Buckner can't hang on to a deep 3rd down catch. Reyna gets sacked on 4th down. But the refs call an illegal contact. Sugar Skulls retain possession. And Tucson makes them pay. Dixon is open. It's a 32-yard touchdown pass. We are tied once again. Kickoff hits an up man. Tucson recovers, but it's offsides by the Sugar Skulls. Bay Area has the ball. They can't do anything with it. 4 and out go the Panthers. Tucson takes over on downs. Reyna is called for intentional grounding. Brings up a 4th and 23. Macias comes out for a field goal. He misses it. Which I think, now that I'm looking at it, both teams not perfect because he missed a field goal. Anyway, Tomas comes out for a nice play to the Tucson side of the field, but not much after. Perez, he hits a 36-yard field goal. Jorge Reyna finds an extra gear, goes out of bounds at the Bay Area 10, 1st and goal. Another illegal contact bails Tucson out with an auto 1st down. Oakley fumbles, Panthers recover. Jones using his legs a little bit on this drive, but his arm finds Oyekanmi twice. They sit at the 1-yard line. Jones, he gets stopped short. He is furious at Tucson, at the refs, or someone. Dude is red. He draws a penalty. Perez is on for another field goal, and he doinks it in. Big pass for Tucson to Jerome Buckner, and Jorge Reyna throws a pick just a few plays later. We head to halftime. Sugar Skulls have a nice drive. Reyna scrambles well, but it's Macias who puts up a field goal on 4th down. 3rd down catch for Oyekanmi gets to the Tucson 15. Josh Jones will get a 2-yard rushing touchdown. And then a weird kickoff. Devontae Sapp-Lynch returns it just a few yards to the Bay Area 13. Williams will take it for the 13-yard score. 1st down catch for Trayvon Alexander and Tosin Oyekanmi. They get Bay Area down to a 1st and goal themselves. Penalty gives Panthers an auto 1st down. Jones scrambles for a touchdown. Tucson can't get the kickoff out of the end zone. Bay Area has a rouge. Reyna scrambles on 4th down. He converts the 1st. And then, Bay Area just giving Reyna so much room to run here. Like I said, Reyna had a couple good runs tonight. Reyna can't escape pressure, though, on 4th down. Turns a turnover on downs. Josh Jones takes it himself, 22 yards left sideline to the house. That might do it. Buckner has another nice catch tonight, gets it to the 1st and goal. 4th and goal, bad snap. Tucson turns it over on downs. That's it for their playoff chances. A bomb to Alexander sidesteps a defender. He takes it in from 43 yards out. Meadows picks off Reyna the 2nd time tonight. We have an exclamation point to the game. And there you have it, 49-24. Bay Area, like I said, they just... I don't want to say they toyed with them or anything. I don't think they did, but it was just one of those things where once Bay Area just kind of got into that groove and in that 2nd half, that's all she wrote. Turnovers didn't help or anything along those lines for the Tucson Sugar Skulls. They are eliminated from playoff contention. Bay Area strengthens their case for the number 1 seed, which, spoiler alert, they got. But there you have it. That's what we have for this one. Let's go take a look at our 3rd and final recap and our bets. We'll get out of here. All right, we have seen the touchdowns, tackles, turnovers, sacks, anything and everything included. Let's dive a little bit deeper, talk some stats, narratives, opinions, all of that stuff. This game, well, the 4th quarter was entertaining to say the least, but let's dive in, stats over the face. We have a 58-29 victory for Vegas. That score does not do it justice, man. Vegas jumped all over Northern Arizona, and then Northern Arizona decided to play a little bit of football in that 4th quarter, pretty much garbage time, and that's how the scoring gets to where it is. Taking a look at the game leaders on the left side, Ramon Atkins, not a bad day. 16 of 23, 159 yards passing. The bad day comes in the 2 turnovers, the 2 interceptions, the 1 touchdown. Nolan Sussel, 11 carries, 35 yards, and 1 touchdown. And Arlen Bruce, 8 catches, 87 yards, and 1 touchdown. For Vegas, Jayden de Laura, 12 of 20, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Again, not the best day, not the worst day. Antonio Wimbush, 12 carries, 45 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Quentin Randolph, 5 catches, 67 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. Taking a look at the team stats on the right side, Vegas 5 for 6 on 3rd downs. That's really good. Not so much for Northern Arizona, 2 for 7 and then 1 for 4 on 4th down. That's just not going to cut it. Total yards, pretty even, but again, you realize that Northern Arizona had to play catch up the entire day. Passing yards, again, roughly even. Rushing yards, roughly even. The stats don't really tell the story of how this went because we know Northern Arizona is... they need yards, they need points, and then we know that Vegas is just gonna score points. They're doing what they're doing, man. That's the story of the game here. No one kicked field goals, and sorry, I feel like I have to sneeze, so it's giving me a second to pause. Anyway, no one kicked any field goals. Penalties favor Vegas at home, and then 3 turnovers to 1 in favor of the Vegas Nighthawks, only having the 1 interception. And then again, the interceptions with the pick 6 and stuff. We'll talk about that in a second. Notes I have written down here. Opening drive for Northern Arizona results in a Nolan Sussel rushing touchdown. Wranglers moved down the field pretty easy on that one. That won't be the case anymore. Nighthawks respond, Wimbush with a couple rushes. de Laura lofts a beautiful pass to Randolph for the touchdown. Wranglers offense moves within the 5 on a few plays. Vegas has a goal line stand. You'll hear that a little bit. Vegas takes over. Mike Kerrigan has an amazing catch in double coverage, has a 30-yard pickup. Jerome Johnson in for the red zone package, hands off to Wimbush. He takes the lead on the touchdown rush. Deshaun Stoudemire with a great touchdown catch called back via penalty. So, can't do it all. Atkins tries the end zone shot once more. Elijah Blades picks him off. CJ Wyndham goes wide open, doesn't corral the ball. It's stripped, but refs rule him down. That's a fumble. Northern Arizona challenges and overturns the call. Nighthawks defense swarms Atkins at the end zone. He throws it incomplete, but the refs say his forward progress was stopped. It's a safety for Vegas. Randolph with a catch down to the 1. I thought he was in. Oh, he is in. Okay, never mind. 3rd and 6 catch for Sussel across midfield. Wranglers inside the 5, facing a 4th down. Atkins goes airborne for a first, and then the Wranglers fumble. Vegas recovers. Starting to get a little ugly in here. Wimbush, Randolph, Wyndham, and they all make catches for Vegas, but they can't find the end zone before the half. Open is Wyndham, and then de Laura leaps into the end zone to start the second half. Desmond Bland is ejected for Vegas for unsportsmanlike conduct. I couldn't see anything on the replay. They were trying to figure it out as well. I don't know. Short field for Northern Arizona because of the penalty, but Vegas has another goal line stand. That's 2 or 3 at this point, I believe. Vegas gets out of their own end zone, followed by a motion handoff to C.J. Jefferson to the Northern Arizona side of the field, setting up Antonio Wimbush with a huge run and then caps it with a 1-yard touchdown rush. Bryce Hampton picks off Ramon Atkins. It's a pick 6, just not a good game for Northern Arizona. Chunk plays and penalties left Arlen Bruce to get a motion handoff and score for the Wranglers. James Caesar returns the onside for a score. I think he's done that once or twice this year already, returning an onside kick for a touchdown. Northern Arizona works downfield. Bruce has a touchdown catch, and Olathe, Kansas is mentioned. Yay. Onside recovered by Vegas once more. Short field, Randolph has a rushing touchdown. We reach the 1-minute warning. Deshaun Stoudemire has a garbage time touchdown. Over bettors, rejoice. Another onside recovered by Vegas. They just kneel it out and they win it. And there you have it, 58-29. And yeah, at one point it was 44 unanswered points for Vegas. 44 unanswered points for Vegas before Arlen Bruce had his touchdown in the fourth quarter. And then, at that time it was just mop-up duty for both sides. But 58-29, Vegas jumped all over them. It's just one of those things. Vegas clinches a playoff berth. And for Northern Arizona, you're just flushing this season down the toilet, getting rid of the turds, whatever you can do. For Vegas, You live for the postseason. Yeah, you wonder what's going to happen with Arizona, San Diego, everything else. Where can your seeding lie, and who are you going to face in the first round? So that's where we have it. 58-29, Vegas clinches a playoff berth for the second year in a row. We'll see them in the postseason. So let's go take a look at our bets. We'll get out of here. Nope, not this bet. I figured Jacksonville would come out and not dominate, but at least maybe have a convincing win, and it was the other way around. So kudos to Tulsa. Both teams clinched playoff spots and everything like that. I mean, Jacksonville already had before, but still. Anyway, everyone's clinched in the East. We move on. I promise you I don't carry around crazy stuff like this, but this is what I was going to wear to go golfing. It's currently raining its ass off in the Quad Cities, so can't go golfing. You guys get to enjoy the attire. Bay Area wins, never a doubt. No, I'm not going to add anything, and it'll be short. No. And that is it for the second half of our Week 18 recaps. Week 19 is already here. We've already had games played. The previews have been out, stuff like that. So I don't really have much to add to this one. Go check those out, do all that stuff. Obviously, the playoffs and stuff like that have already been set. You've seen the games, you've seen the recaps from Week 18, and you've probably watched the 2 games from Friday as well for Week 19. So there's not really much I can add to this one. So I'll just kind of keep it short and sweet and carry on with it. If you feel like you want to, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you don't, cool, whatever. But I love and appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this one as well. I know it's out of order with everything else that, trying to get Week 19 going so we can start the playoffs, but I got to get this one out there. Like I said in a previous video, I made it a goal of mine to do recaps and previews and stuff every single week, and still on track for that, so I'm proud of that. But anyway, I take off for you guys. Love and appreciate every single one of you. Until then, I'll catch you guys in whatever. I think I still have Arizona and San Diego to do, and then we go to the Week 19 recaps, and then obviously the playoffs are right around the corner. So with that, love you guys, appreciate you guys. See you.